Today we'll talk about the worst mistakes a lot of gold laners make. Usually people upload guides on how to play the gold lane like a pro, but the thing is sometimes it's better to know what mistakes to avoid in order for you to play effectively. After all, advanced gold laning techniques and strategies can be learned through experience, but some mistakes, if not corrected, can become a habit, and once it becomes a habit, it can be difficult to get rid of. Also, most gold laners are marksmen, so we will mainly focus on such heroes. I also created a video talking about the worst mistakes of other roles, so if you haven't seen that yet, click the link in the description below. If you'd like me to upload the worst mistakes of players on the mid lane, make sure to hit like, share, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Before we continue, I just want to give my shoutouts to Amy. I didn't include her last name to protect her privacy. Not sure who she is, since I didn't see her name in the comment section. But thank you so much for your donation, it really means a lot. Last hitting minions is something all players should know regardless of the lane you're playing in, but for a gold laner it's even more important. Remember that the only advantage most gold laners have are their damage output, and nothing else. So if you can't earn gold quickly, you won't get your items quickly, and if you can't get items quickly, then you will become a burden to the team. Remember that last hitting minions provide higher gold, so make sure to take that seriously and practice. Checking the minimap is something that all players must possess, but if other players check the minimap to analyze enemy positions to orchestrate a gank or a split push, marksmen or most gold laners use it a little differently. When checking the minimap, keep an eye out for entry points or spots on the map where the enemies can gank you. This is most true when you are in the middle of a team fight. I know it's difficult for some people, but try to check your minimap while clashing in order to spot enemies who are going to attack you from behind. Before you react violently, hear me out first. Keep in mind that you are playing a very squishy hero that is very easy to take down, so you have to be very careful and very resourceful. Check the enemy positions and only split push if you have allies in the mid lane. Also, try not to show up first on the minimap. If the enemy see you first, chances are they will focus on ganking you immediately, but if the enemy saw a couple of your teammates destroying their turrets, a number of them will need to defend it first. There are still going to be risks, such as getting attacked by one of their heroes, but that's better than getting attacked by a group of heroes. Never ever split push deep into the enemy team side, especially if some of them are missing from the map. You are just putting a bullseye on your head if you do that. The same goes for roaming around the map. Either you have an ally by your side to aid you, or you rely on your teammates' positions on the map in order to lessen the odds of getting killed. Since gold laners are expected to perform well in dishing out damage, players must also understand what their items and skills can and cannot do. Remember that not all gold laners are created the same, and there are certain skill mechanics that render some items ineffective when equipped by such heroes. For instance, Kimi. Kimi's attack speed does not increase, so buying items that boost her attack speed may not be a very good idea. Another perfect example is Granger. Granger relies on his skill shots and buff provided by second skill to enhance his attack. He also does not benefit so much from attack speed items, which means it would be more ideal to get burst damage items and some cooldown reduction to aid his damage output. No matter how powerful you have become, never ever stand on the front lines. As much as possible, get behind your tank or support to lessen the risks of getting killed. Another good practice is not revealing your position to the enemies until they have revealed their positions. That way, their assassin or fighter tasked to take you down will have a harder time getting into a better position. If they reveal their positions first, that's even better. Harassing an enemy hero effectively is an essential part of the laning phase. If you are harassing them but are failing to prevent them from last hitting your minions, then you're doing it wrong. What's worse is, you might be missing out on last hitting the enemy minions, which means, despite being able to harass the enemy team successfully, you might still end up with less gold than them. There's really no one way of harassing the opposing gold laner, and it is strictly situational, but as much as possible, poke them when your minions are about to die in order to discourage them from getting close, thus preventing them from gaining essential experience and gold. This is pretty difficult to avoid for inexperienced players and can be avoided with practice and exposure to more games. Tunnel vision happens when players are too focused on their target and they end up ignoring everything else around them. This usually happens when their target is about to die and the player becomes too focused on taking the finishing strike. Tunnel vision can often result in failed ganks and failed teamfights. Avoid this as much as possible. Overcommitting to such kills can sometimes even result in your untimely death with zero benefits. Proper control setup is important for any role, but it is even more important for long-range gold laners since having proper control setup can help you get kills more efficiently and effectively. Remember to always select lowest HP as your target priority. Doing so will allow you to auto-attack enemies that have very low HP rather than misfiring towards an incorrect target. Another thing to consider is having the minion and turret locking buttons. These two buttons are also extremely important since it allows you to focus fire on a specific target rather than mindlessly attacking an enemy hero. Keep in mind that if you attacked an enemy hero within a turret's range, the turret will start attacking you, and that is not good at all, especially since most situations require you to focus fire on destroying the turrets in order to prevent it from causing too much damage to your turret diving ally. What's even better is if you have hero lock turned on. This requires practice, but once you get used to this, you will become a killing machine capable of taking shots accurately. The rest are totally up to you and are all based on which option you are more comfortable in. There you go, those are some common mistakes I frequently see from gold laners, some of which I myself committed in the past. Did I miss anything? Leave your thoughts on the comment section below, and if you haven't yet, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Stay safe everyone. Peace.